Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we will study about time management today. Time is very precious. We shouldn't waste it. We should utilize it in a proper way, in a right direction. What we will cover today? Introduction to time management, detecting difficulties in managing your time, procrastination and strategies to prevent it, planning your time, goal setting or to-do lists. Introduction. What is time? Let's see what's time. Time management. Time management is using the time available to you effectively in order to get the task done. Time management. To achieve your potential in the exam, it is important to manage your time effectively by analyzing your time, by keeping focus, by setting goals, and by scheduling your time. These are the 4 things which you should keep in your mind when you're managing time. First of all, you should detect difficulties in managing your time. Diagnose your difficulties. In order to manage your time more effectively, it is important to analyze where you are wasting time. To do this, we can utilize the RAC method. RAC, R is for record, A is for analyze, C is for change. There is also a video available for RAC method. Okay, preventing procrastination. So let's see what is procrastination. Procrastination means putting off a task you should be doing. We keep on putting off tasks, delaying our tasks by making excuses that we will do it in morning, we will do it in evening, or after 5 minutes, or after 10 minutes. So for example, you need to get your homework done, but instead you make a cup of tea, then go on your phone, then have a chat with someone in the kitchen. 40 minutes later, you haven't even begun doing your homework. Check out this YouTube clip that gives a funny demonstration of procrastination in action. Why do we procrastinate? A task may be too unpleasant to face, or too difficult, or very tedious or boring, or there simply may be so many other more interesting things to pull your attention away that you struggle to keep on track. This is certainly an issue in the digital age when we all have smartphones in our pockets and a world of distractions at our fingertips. So why do we procrastinate? Because we don't find interest in the subject we are studying, and there are so many distractions around. First of all, mobile phone attracts us and we want to just catch it up and do something on it. Strategies to prevent procrastination. There are many strategies to prevent procrastination. Here is a list of effective methods. Number 1, take action. Number 2, salami technique. Number 3, 5 minutes. Number 4, work on related tasks. Number 5, do the hardest bits first. Number 6, set goals. Number 7, make commitments. Number 8, reward yourself for achievement. Number 9, change subjects regularly. See the handout for more detail. 3 strategies in detail. Now we will take a closer look at 3 of the strategies to help prevent procrastination. Number 1, the salami technique. Number 2, making commitments. And number 3, rewarding yourself. The salami technique. The salami technique involves breaking down the task to its smallest parts and then working through each of them in order until the task is complete. This is really effective if you have a big piece of work to do and you are finding it hard to get started. So salami technique is that type of technique in which we will just split the work in 2 parts if it is a big work, and then we try to complete it. The Salami technique example. If you have a comparative essay from your English exam paper to complete, you can break this down to first analyzing the question, then brainstorming your response. From here, you can make an outline of your answer, then write it section by section. For example, intro, section 1, section 2, section 3, and conclusion. Lastly, you can review and edit your answer. So what was a large task has become a much simpler sequence of small tasks that you work through one by one. Point number 2, making commitments. Research has found that students work best when they are given tight deadlines for projects and assignments. They achieve higher grades and experience less stress. So deadline gives us motivation to finish the task. So we should give us deadline for a work. If you are working on a large piece such as studying towards the leaving certificate, you can give yourself self deadline to have different topics covered within a subject by specific dates. This will help keep you on track and make sure you cover all of the material for a subject in time for the exams. Reward yourself. Study doesn't have to be all pain, no gain. When you get a piece of work done effectively without wasting time, you should reward yourself with a cup of tea, a chocolate biscuit, a quick break from the books. Having this reward at the end of the task will keep you motivated towards completing it. Planning your time. In order to use your time effectively, it is necessary to plan it out. By knowing what you have on in a given week, you can plan around your commitments to make space for homework and study. So you should plan your time according to your work. Year timetable. You can make yearly timetable. The first step is to know what you have on for the year. This will help you plan what pieces of work to concentrate on at different periods of the year. So you have to plan for a year. If you are doing a practical subject such as music, or you will need to prioritize your practice before the practical exam, which takes place before the writing exam. Similarly, you will have to put time towards your oral language exams at the end of the time of year. You can use the worksheets for the topic to write in all pieces of work exams you have over the course of the year. Weekly timetable. The final step is planning out your individual week. Planning your week by marking off the times when you are busy is a vital step to using your available time as effectively as possible. Use the weekly timetable worksheet for this topic to mark off the hours you are busy this week. Include school, part-time work, sports, socializing. Be realistic. Highlight the hours you are free to get some study done. So weekly timetable, you should just allocate some time for the study work, and you should also mention at what time you are not available. Weekly timetable, remember that aiming to study for 4 to 5 hours at a time isn't very productive. You become too tired to be effective in your learning. Try to study for a block of no longer than 2 hours at a time with breaks during this period. Most people can only concentrate for about 20 to 25 minutes at a time. So for example, if you are studying for an hour, this should be broken into two 25 minutes periods with a 5-minute break in between. Divide your study aims up into 25-minute chunks. To work through them one by one, you can always use a timer to help keep you on track. All smartphones provide this function. Weekly timetable. When you have found your available study time, you can plan out that you are going to do during these times by creating a smart goal to-do list and then putting the goals from the list into the available study period. So you can make this type of timetable by yourself. Goal setting. Goal setting is very important. When you are studying, the temptation can be to maybe retreat to your bedroom for hours on end and state generally that you are studying. What exactly does studying mean though? Studying needs to be broken down into specific goals and targets, chunks of work that you want to achieve within a given time frame. So set your goal and set your time also, and according to this time frame you should complete your goal. Smart goals can be the best goals are SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, time bound. Check out the YouTube clip under this topic. You can also find it, SMART goal. To-do lists. A great way to plan out your SMART goals is to create a to-do list. To-do list is a very simple device. You just list all the things you have to do on a given day or perhaps week. The key to creating an effective to-do list is that each item on your list will be very specific, just like a SMART goal. Check out the YouTube clip, it is also available. To-do list exercise. Take some time now to create a to-do list using SMART goals for you. Maybe what you have to do tomorrow or even over the course of the next week. Now looking back at your available study time in your weekly timetable, you can put the SMART goals from your to-do list into the available study periods. As you work through each of these tasks, now you can tick them safe in the knowledge that you are taking charge of your time management. So take charge of your time management. Don't waste your time in useless things. Utilize your time effectively and manage your time, and in this way you can achieve whatever you have decided, your goals and dreams. Okay, see you next time. Allah Hafiz.